Hi everyone, and welcome to the continuation of this week's General Hospital recaps. I hope you're enjoying the balloon footage. I'm here at the 35th annual New Jersey Quick Check PNC Bank something or other, a balloon festival. I hope you're enjoying all the balloon footage, and there's more of that to come, and General Hospital. Hi everyone, and welcome to the General Hospital recap for July 27th. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. You might have noticed I've done a little bit of a costume change since we started this mass upload. Well, the espresso beans finally kicked in. I decided I really want to wear my lipstick, so I went and I found my lipstick. It was in my car in my backpack that I didn't bring in from my Pokemon raids. And also really fast, if you haven't already, I made a new video. It's a series I'm doing like once a month, and I'm super proud of it, called Unsolved Enigmas. It's my version of true crime. If by true crime you mean ridiculous stuff I lose and then can't find, and now I'm trying to find a way to make it a positive experience. It would make me feel good, and if you could leave a comment on it, because I'm always in need of seeking validation and love. Okay, let's get right to it, because this got too real too fast. At General Hospital, Liz is back to work and Hayden goes with her. Elizabeth makes an I can't say Elizabeth's name, so Liz. Liz makes an offhand comment about Dr. and Mrs. Finn. So also in the hospital, Curtis is walking with Stella. She'll be discharged soon. He packed her bags in the hotel. She'll stay with him, and he tells her that he and Jordan have broken up. Stella doesn't want him to be upset or resentful. She says he'll be better now that Jordan can't trash his life, and he says it's not okay to bad talk her just because we broke up. He still cares about her. She says about him finding another woman, and like, they just broke up. Give it a second. Hayden comes by and sees Curtis, and they hug, and Curtis introduces her to Aunt Stella. So Stella's like watching them interact and hug, and she's like, And Curtis kind of clarifies that he and Hayden's relationship is more of a brother-sister one, except for that one time she kissed him. That's weird. And she's pregnant with another man's child, not Curtis's. Never was going to be Curtis's. What are you doing, Aunt Stella? Why are you asking these questions that she totally didn't ask? So, darn, that's not what Stella wanted to hear. Elizabeth comes over and tells Stella her doctor needs to see her real fast. Hayden checks in with Curtis, and she tells him about the house, and he asks about marriage, and poor Hayden cannot catch a break. She just wants to talk about her pretty new house that's gonna have like a glass back wall, and everyone is like, marriage? Like, calm down, people. At the PCPD, all the geese are making noise. Jordan comes back to work. Spencer's safe, but no word on the real kidnapper yet. Jordan gets a return call from the Fed. Sorry, a lot of espresso beans. A lot of espresso beans. And there's news concerning Sonny. Garvey has escaped and never made it to prison. You think? He's probably going after Sonny again. Or, you know, Spencer, adjacent to Sonny. But what am I gonna do about that? Jordan doesn't want them to jump to conclusions. She doesn't want them to jump to conclusions, but Sonny does need to be notified because he's probably in danger. And Dante's like, I'm gonna go notify him. Back at General Hospital, Jordan runs into Stella. She is here to give Curtis his keys back to his apartment, and Stella tells her to just leave them in her room, and then something about Curtis breaking Jordan's heart. And Jordan's like, we ended things mutually, so I don't know what you heard. And honestly, I don't know what Stella heard either, because like, he's just like, yeah, we broke up, like, no big deal. Stella doesn't believe her. Jordan says that things changed. Stella says that her pride is a little hurt, but at least something good came out of her health crisis. And Jordan won't take this lying down though, because she's like, you can't even be gracious. Like, you got what you wanted, but you can't be gracious about it. In the words of Mike Ehrmantraut, and then stolen by Walter White, take yes for an answer, Stella. Take yes for an answer. Jordan says she's stepping aside of her own accord, and Stella won't be a gracious acceptor, because why would she be? It's just a low one, so it's okay, right? Marriage talk seems to freak Hayden out, and Curtis thinks that Hayden's trying to convince herself of something. So Hayden thinks a marriage would be doomed at the start because of her history. And Curtis says that, look, you and Finn both had lives before each other. You're allowed to. And she feels that she'll never measure up to Rico, to Finn's first wife, and Curtis tells her that she is gold standard. He tells her that he and Jordan aren't together anymore. She's shocked, and he won't go into detail right now and has to check on Stella. Elizabeth gets Stella set up in her wheelchair, and she is ready and raring to go. Curtis sees the keys left there. The keys take him to another world in his head. It's not that kind of show, guys. There's no teleportation. Ooh, 2018 idea. Well, they pretty much do teleport. They just call it a plane. Okay. At Sunny's, Carly gets the Spencer update. No one can reach Sunny right now. Michael comes in and he asks if everything's okay with Sunny. Okay, this is weird, like no one's heard from Sunny. Sunny missed a meeting. They were converting the Black Duck Distillery together, and that's super weird because he doesn't miss meetings, especially not without any notice. So now Carly is super worried, and honestly, so am I. Carly tells Michael about the Max promotion, the promotion for Max. I realize now. It's like, hey, here's a Max promotion. That's not what happened. His successor is going to be very important. The successor, Michael, make it happen. Hashtag Mob Boss Michael. Hashtag I want it so bad. Hashtag I know it's not the best for the character, but hashtag I can't stop myself from wanting it. I just can't. Dante comes over and Sunny isn't there. Garvey is off the grid and headed to Port Charles. Sunny's voicemail is full, which is another red flag for Carly. She hasn't heard back from Jason either, so now like that's another red flag. Ow, my forearm. I can't even snap without my forearm hurting. Dante tries to keep them from panicking. At the ER, Sam starts convulsing. Finn rushes a specialized blood test for Sam. Finn and Griffin come to help with her situation. Finn will discuss his theory with Jason outside. He put in tests. Deanna has the preliminaries back. Then Griffin comes out. Sam has toxoplasmosis, a parasitic infection of the brain, which, I mean, Finn, you couldn't ask a better doctor to be there because that's literally his specialty. Jason asked if it's treatable, how much trouble is she in, and well, considering she's not Sunny, a lot. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty, I mean, if you're gonna, yeah, it's pretty bad. So yes, it's treatable, but how did she get it in the first place? It's usually a household thing, and they don't even know how long she's had it. The disease can transfer to a fetus during pregnancy as well, so Scout may also be in trouble, which is like another huge concern for them. But it would be different, because if Scout has it, it would be a chronic condition. There's some pretty serious symptoms with a chronic condition that could be permanent. Blindness, I remember off the top of my head, but I didn't write them down because I wasn't on the espresso beans, so they're going to arrange for tests ASAP. Finn tells Jason to call someone for him, and he seems to actually do that. I mean, Jason doesn't reach out for help a lot, so this is, again, a huge sign of just how much he's struggling, obviously. But Jason gets a call from Carly first. He was going to call her, and Jason says that he's sorry he can't help with Garvey. Sam is sick and Scout might also be sick. He tells her what's going on and Carly's on her way no matter what. She won't even talk about Garvey right now. Jason goes back into the room with Sam. She's unconscious. He says he's sorry. He should have paid more attention. He should have seen that this was more serious. It wasn't just stress. It wasn't just anxiety. But to her credit, she was hiding it really well. And she wakes up and she's very startled. And it's pretty much how I wake up every morning. Back at Sunny's, Carly is heading out to spend time with Jason despite Dante and Michael's concern. At the distillery, Sunny is still at the bottom of the pit. He needs to read for a minute. What is he reading? Rest. He needs to rest for a minute. I'm autocorrect. Know me better. Sunny calls for help, but it's Garvey that shows up. He's back, and Sunny is literally a fish in a barrel. They're both shot, and Garvey wants to shake the crazy brunette's hand. That's rude. Sunny tells him to take his best shot, but he lost his gun. Sunny wants to make a deal so they can both get out of this. He's a fugitive, and a doctor would notify the cops. They need to help each other, and they can both get treatment. Sunny promises no repercussions, and Garvey doesn't take the deal. Sunny still yells up to Garvey. Garvey wants Sunny to suffer even if it means him dying. He puts pallets over the pit and throws sand on him. Again, rude. And now end scene. Garvey grabs Elizabeth in the parking lot. Jordan deletes the picture of her and Curtis off her phone. Well, that's excessive. Finn, I'm just not a picture deleter. Like, I can't do it. Like, you could literally, like, I don't know, take a Lucille to my car and I wouldn't delete your picture because at one point you meant something to me. What does that say about me? Finn hugs Hayden. He's glad she and the baby are okay. She wants to talk, but it can wait. Garvey grabs Elizabeth, as I said. He needs drugs and to be patched up, and he threatens her. Rude. Sam is talking to Sunny. She says, "You're in the ground. You can't hurt us." Again, this should raise some red flags to people who are hearing this. Real Sunny is calling out for help. He's trying to fight. He won't die like this. He's really trying. Michael can't help but be bothered by this whole situation. And I freak out over the idea of Mob Boss Michael again, to be quite honest with you. But I already did that in this video, so I feel like twice would be a little excessive. He can't help but think that Sunny's past will come back to haunt them. And Carly comes upon Garvey and Elizabeth in the parking garage. Oh no, that is no bueno. no bueno. Okay, so that is it for the recap for the 27th, I think I said. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in 2 seconds. I'm losing my light, so let's get right to it. Okay, bye.